Hey guys, if you're like me, you're up late at night, spending time, wasting time, looking at all the different auto sites, trying to find your dream car, that future classic, or the new daily driver. So, Auto Tempest is here to help you. Auto Tempest is a website, and what it does is it searches all those sites for you. eBay, Craigslist, Cars.com, Auto Trader, and more with just one search, and it brings all those results together. That way you don't have to bounce around and potentially miss that perfect car. Check out Auto Tempest in the description of this video and tell us what you think about it in the comments. I've been using it and I actually think it's pretty useful. I'm stoked on it. Check it out. Hey guys, welcome back to Malibu, and I'm here with Afshin, the CEO and founder of Petrolicious. Pound it out. The man is an alfisti. Obsessed with Alfas and other vintage fine machines, but today it's Alpha Day.
It's a little disease, yeah.
Today it's Alpha Day on the Smoking Tire. Yeah. This was the one when you invited me to the warehouse, and I saw all the cars. I pointed at this one and I said, that's the one I want to drive. I call every Alpha of this body style a GTV, and I know that's wrong, but I do it colloquially, like casually. Yeah. Because some are like, they have other names. So this one's a GTV,
This is a GTV. The other one is the GTA, which is like the higher end one. That was the A stands for Elegerita, which means lightened. So those are the all aluminum, high revving.
Big dollars.
Yeah, those are very expensive.
Okay.
So the GTVs are, most of the ones that you see in this body shape are going to be GTVs.
Such a pretty car.
Yeah.
Such a pretty car. And this one you've modified a little bit. Tell me how.
Yeah, so this one, bought it from my friend who had modified the hell out of this.
Okay.
So he made this into a dual purpose car. You see the built-in
roll
bar. He's lowered it quite a bit. It's got period modifications to the engine in terms of cams, and he's gotten like a lightened clutch, bigger radiator, headers.
So yeah, like your bolt-ons.
Yeah.
It's your track-ready kind of bolt-ons.
Exactly.
Super cool. And this would be a 2-liter. It says 2000 on the dash, so it's always a 2-liter.
This is a 2-liter.
And whenever you see these for sale, it's either converted to carbs or they're running that Spica injection.
Correct.
So
this
this
is
has
running
the
the
injection.
Spica. Yep.
And which is really better for driving?
Carbs are always nice because they just sound so great and everything.
But the originality is kind of...
the Spica is actually really good. When the Spica is running properly, it's just that there are few people in the world that know how to properly rebuild a Spica. But otherwise, they're fantastic engines.
Well, let's have a go.
Yeah,
I'm very excited.
Let's do it.
Oh, that sounds nice. It sounds like it's of the same family of the Duetto, which it is. Yeah. Okay. This should be great. Wow, that was one of the easier clutches I've ever used.
Oh yeah.
Easy.
Nice.
All right. Oh, well, that sounds motorsporty. All right, we got to go windows up. We're gonna be hot, but sound needs to win this one.
Absolutely.
All right, so presumably equally high revving.
Yeah. This
4 to 5.
Yeah, 5.5 max.
Oh, listen to that. Gearbox is pretty direct. The gates are kind of spread, but it's easy to find the gear. Oh, this feels like a sports car. And it's a little stiff.
Yeah.
So the Spider was definitely a cruiser, but I feel motorsport.
Oh yeah.
Steering is really direct. Oh, this I really get. Is this one of your favorites to drive?
This is definitely a really fun one for the canyons.
So what is this, maybe 150 horsepower or so?
About that much, yeah.
And low 2000s weight, you think? Low to mid 2000s?
Probably about 2300, right?
I really get this. This is very good. Do you find this car as absolutely perfectly proportioned as I do?
Totally, especially with the lowered stance and the slightly bigger wheels and tires.
What are your thoughts? Let's try fifth. What are your thoughts on still high revving?
Yeah.
Even in fifth, fifth is fifth an overdrive, or you think, or a 1-to-1?
No, it's a 1-to-1.
1-to-1, yeah. Wow, how great is this? I love the size of it. I love the boxy styling.
Right.
I love that I could just get in this with no instruction and drive it too. Nothing weird.
Pretty straightforward.
Oh, this is brilliant.
How do you like the placement of the shifters?
It's the angled shifter. That's such an Alfa thing.
Yeah, totally.
It's one of those things where it looks really weird until you use it, and then it makes total sense. Same thing with that the ugly hatchback Civic SI with the shifter on the dash.
Right.
Oh, good grip. This has like real tires on it, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Look at that. Oh, bulldozer in the road. A lot of travel in the brake pedal. Is this power? It's power brakes.
It's power brakes, yes.
Can I go by, sir? Oh, I don't know where the horn is, but thank you.
Here.
Where is it? Oh, it's on the rim.
Yeah.
There we go. That is some soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
Listen to that.
It's very entertaining.
So fun. So do you go to the track with this? Is this a track?
I have a dedicated track car too. So this is mainly for canyons and some if we do a rally or something like that. Yeah.
It's a driver.
Yeah.
Although all your cars are kind of drivers.
They're all drivers, yeah. Except there's.
Do you have one
or
that's
two.
like a museum piece?
Yeah, and I don't like the fact that it's a museum piece. I mean, I should be driving it more often as the SZ and my GTA Junior.
Oh, the SC.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna get them out more often.
In Los Angeles, a car that you don't drive is an expensive paperweight to have.
Yeah, it is.
Space comes at a premium in this city.
Totally.
This is great, man. This is. I think I like this better than the Spider. I could see like a nice little road trip in this. Although my right knee, like the center console's going right in. If you're my size, although does the seat go further back? I didn't. Oh, I've got a roll bar behind me.
No, I think you have a little bit of room to go back further.
Let's find out. Oh, look at that! Luxury living.
There you go.
Oh, this is better. This is very good. We're gonna go. Let's go up this way. There's a gentleman. If you're out there, I don't know your name. There's a gentleman who drives this road every weekend in one of these with a fat cigar in his mouth, windows down. You know this gentleman?
Yeah,
I don't know his name.
Uh-huh.
If you're out there, sir, I get you now. He's got an ashtray right here, like overflowing with cigar ash,
right.
and that's his Sunday. And I get you, sir. You make a lot of sense now. So in the GTVs, is it if you want to buy one? I see them come up on bring a trailer a bunch.
Right.
They're sort of the common like entry level into the Italian sports car world, right? Right. So like a bad one's like 15 grand, a good one is 40. Is that about right?
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah. And again, the GTVs, they started from about let's say 65 is when the step nose was. That's the one that has two headlights in the front instead of four. Those are a lot more expensive.
The earlier ones.
The earlier ones.
So it's like a 2002 where everyone wants the early one.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
But then the 2 liters.
And is this? I'm sorry. Is this a later one?
This is a later one. 75 is the end of them. This is a 74.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. Is there? So I mean, if you want a later one, it's more power and better things.
Yep.
But you get that pureness of design, I suppose,
with the earlier ones.
With the earlier cars. So that's a better spot over there. I get it. Have you had an earlier car too? Do you see an argument for the earlier cars?
I love the earlier ones too. I have a 68 as well, so it's not the earliest. But
look at this. We have someone made a little cul-de-sac for us.
Oh, nice.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
Yeah, I have a 68, which has a 1750 cc engine, and that one is in a beautiful ochre yellow. The color I like.
Is that the off yellow?
It's a kind of like a mustardy yellow.
Yeah. That's a cool color.
Yeah.
So, by modern standards, not exactly fast, but it makes a great sound doing it.
Absolutely. Again, you have a lot of fun driving it.
Totally.
You don't
at reasonable speeds.
Exactly.
Yeah. I would do Pebble Beach in this. This would be a Pebble Beach car.
Yeah.
All your cars are Pebble Beach cars. I need like my one Pebble Beach car.
Right.
They didn't give the million-mile Lexus much respect.
Oh no! Eventually they will.
Eventually, yeah.
when it's in the Survivors Club,
Right.
You know, in Pebble Beach 2060.
The preservation class.
With these Alphas, like, do you have like the gauges and stuff like that? Does that stuff like go like it does in the British stuff, in the British cars, or is it pretty stout?
They're pretty reliable. I mean, they're straightforward. There's not very complicated gauges.
Just mechanical stuff.
Yeah, they're mechanical.
You know what I find when changing gears? The lighter my touch on the shifter, the easier it is to find the
Absolutely.
gear.
You don't want to power shift.
No, they don't
yeah.
like it.
No.
The couple times I've tried it, I've ended up in the wrong place.
Exactly.
You gotta be like super feather touch on the shifter. This car makes a lot of sense as a collector car you can drive.
Yeah.
I get this. Because it does not, all the controls are so light, it doesn't beat you up.
Yep.
It's when you start the older cars where everything is heavy. It's like, you know, I'm not going to trash a Countach because goddamn are they great.
Exactly.
but those kind of cars are tough. This is very easy.
You can daily drive this. This was my daily driver for a while.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yesterday I saw someone on Washington Boulevard with a Maserati Sebring who said it was his daily
very
driver.
nice.
It was amazing. I could see daily driving this though.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. I mean, anything that's this light, the controls are going to be light, and then you're going to be not beat up. It rides well too, except on the very harsh bumps. This rides pretty good. I guess you can slam these things down pretty far and not have them. Is it brutal if you hit potholes in this though?
You know, LA roads can be really bad, so some of those ugly ones can be bad.
LA commuting is just traffic jam all the time. It's super, super depressing.
But then we have roads like these.
Then we have this. We're super spoiled.
Right.
We just have to go get it.
Yeah.
So what would be in the Alpha hierarchy if you had this and you wanted to go up from this? What's the next move? Is this about it until you get to the super exotic stuff?
Well, no. There's definitely a lot of. I mean, depending if you want to, what period you want to stay in.
That's true.
So in the 70s, for example, there's a Montreal, which is probably a little bit more than double the price of this, and that's much more of a.
Explain to me why that is. That car's heinous looking. That's the ugliest.
I love the look.
Like the
yeah, I
Montreal?
mean, it was a lot of people call it the poor man's Mura because it was penned by the same person, and you can see a lot of the similar elements.
I don't think the good elements of the Mura.
I don't know. You got the headlights are really adorable the way they turn on.
Each their own.
Yeah, I like the looks of the Montreal.
Do you have one?
I don't. But that one is much more of a GT car. It's like a bigger, heavier car. It's a V8, and so yeah, if you're into that one is going to be a little bit more than double the price of this.
What is your ultimate Alpha? Is it the Stradale, the 33 Stradale?
Absolutely,
That's the one,
the 33 Stradale. That's the one. Yeah.
What are there? 30 of those? There's like none of them, right?
I think they were officially 24 of them made, but I think there's about double of those in circulation.
Double?
You know?
Yeah. But do people own those? Does anyone outside of a museum have one of those?
Yeah.
Right?
There was 2 years ago or last year? No, 2 years ago. One won the Quail Best in Show. I know of another gentleman who has one in back east.
What are they 10?
About 10, yeah.
10 is
yeah.
Just forget it. I don't know about you, but for me, that's a just forget it.
Yeah, exactly. Unobtainium.
Well, I'm very surprised. You know, for a long time, my experience with vintage cars was limited to just American stuff. And I find the vintage American cars are much, much harder to drive with confidence than the vintage Italian or British cars.
Oh yeah.
The controls are just easier in these cars.
Right. Well, they're smaller, lighter.
Yeah.
You know,
it's not that over-boosted power steering, over-boosted power brakes.
Like you don't have to fear for your life to drive in the rain.
No, not really.
Yeah.
This car doesn't really feel like it'll get away from you ever.
Right.
You know? This is great. I love this. This really confirmed my desire to buy one of these.
There you go. You're sold.
Not anytime soon. I need. This needs to be like a 5th car. I don't think this is a 2nd car.
Yeah.
But wow, is it good?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Really, really good. A lot of grip. Delightful. I'd have to do a flyby for that. That That was your guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool, yeah. Hard to heel toe. The brake pedal needs to be pressed a lot, and I have big, clunky, stupid feet.
No, it's true.
It's tough. Can you heel toe this car well?
It's tough. No.
Whoop. And I hate to tell you, Afshin, your turning radius stinks.
It really does. I know.
I'm a stickler for turning radius.
Yeah.
That was surprisingly not good.
Yeah.
I thought it would be better in this car.
Well, you just gotta swing the tail out.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Flick it. That was really cool. I'm so glad that the GTV, if you look at the GTV, a picture of one, and then you go, I wonder how that drives. The truth is, it drives exactly like it looks like it drives. You could guess how this car drives. You really could. Everything's direct, and it sounds like motorsport, and it's roomy, and it's comfortable, and it's not fast, but a ton of fun. Afshin, this was awesome.
My pleasure.
Again, this was great. Petrolicious.com. They make, you've heard of Petrolicious. They make the pretty videos while I make these crappy videos. That's how they do it. I'm sweating death in here right now with the no flow. We're going to go to the last Alfa he's brought me, which you can probably see in the shot right now, and it has air conditioning. So we'll see you in the next video with Afshin from Petrolicious in our Alfa block. Later.
Thanks.